Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the markets. March 26th, Thursday. What a day. Quite the day. Here's our 30-minute big move down today. This is Eric's 30-minute chart. He's buy-day trading on YouTube. Catch his Discord in the description as well. Gap down and found 5-day for resistance and just sold. So if you watch Eric's videos at all, you'll see that he talks about this blue algo as the one controlling the bearish action. So the bearish controlled buying right here. And today it was bouncing on it multiple times. And we'll get into the 1 minute, but yeah, large day. Completed this inverse cup just at the very end of the day. Yeah, quite the day. This morning was quite ugly though, just nasty sauce all up and down the screen. Let me see here. So charted purple here. It was a little bit different. I think in the morning is a little steeper or less aggressive. I can't remember. We do have a little inverse head and shoulder here. So catching this potentially, it's still a very tight range that early in the morning. I didn't, especially with how I was coming off of yesterday, pretty big loss. So I was trying to be careful today. It's hard because you can't really do well being careful necessarily. You have to be brave, take risks. But anyways, yeah, I was just being patient, I guess, more or less, waiting for a cup to close. It did, and it continued to rip, and I charted gray there for the aggressive buying. Charted gold here for potential for the bearish controlled buying, but I'm not sure I kept even using that one. Once it came up here, I think a little later on I tried this kind of tapering red buying. And let's see, where's our first trade? A lot of trades to get through today. Brokerage definitely sending his kids to college because of my contribution. Calls at 10 o'clock. So rallied up. Where are we at? Oh yeah. Oh yes. So at that point I had purple and I didn't have this white yet. So I think I was trading based off of that. Yeah. So building liquidity on purple, broke down through it, nice inverse head. And I got into a call right here on the retest of this purple. I didn't have green. I didn't know I was buying up and tapering this green yet. So without the green, I just see purple and I see an inverse head and I see grabbing the shoulder. I think I did. Yeah, I had gold. So my upside was to gold at least. So I got one there for $1.35. Got another one at 10.01 for $1.30. Got another one at 10.01 for $1.31. Right here. It comes down. And at that point, 5-day was right here also. So I'm pretty sure. I've checked Eric's chart. Mine doesn't move with it. It's kind of nice to have that. I don't know how to do it. You guys know how to do that? Click on Eric's. Here's his 1 minute. See his moves intraday. Mine just shows where it's at that time. I guess it kind of... Yeah, so this was 5-day. So I thought it might want to retrace to 5 days since this was such an aggressive candle up. Might have to build and retest 5 days. So I did give it some slack on my stops. And all while buying in more. So yeah, 10.05 I picked up. Let's see, I think 10.05. Yeah, I picked up another one for $1.06. So those first 1, 2, 3. Those first 3 were already down like $90 or more. I was looking at my P&L, which is usually a good thing. But I didn't want to average into this. Got that one $1.06. It bounces, thankfully. Wait, no, I held through this. Came up here. This wasn't good. But I did sell one up here, I guess. Let's see, 107. Yeah, sold one for $1.07. What an awful sell. 10.05. Oh no. Sorry. 10.05 to 10.10. Okay. I didn't sell one here. Nope. Again, I was waiting for gold, so I didn't have this tapering green yet. Came back down. It's kind of retesting 5-day a bit, giving it some slack, and then what did I have charted there? I think this was maybe there, and it broke that. At that point, I was trying to reduce my risk. So I'm like, this is not good. Something's going on. I'm not seeing something. So I did close one here, I think because it broke this red. But I can't quite remember. I closed one there at at 10.10 for $1.07. It's like this song is just a little loud. Sorry. Yeah, just to reduce the risk, wanted to kind of scale out a little bit. I was in pretty heavy at that point. So $1.07 I closed one for limit order. Closed another one at 10.12. Right here. And that was for $1.08. Then it rallied up. I don't know if I had green yet or not. I don't think I did. And it 10.16, is that right? No, 10.19. Man, that was stubborn. Yeah, closed another one right here, somewhere on this candle for $1.16. And then last one I closed for $1.02. Wait. All the way over here, once it broke that gold. I kind of saw this wedge with the gold, and once it grinded all the way over here, I'm like, I'll just use that for my stop. So yeah, after this nice action, it just built liquidity like crazy. And I fully got stuck in there. I don't know what I was down at that point. You can do the math, but it was probably like max loss already on that just one trade. Mostly because my sizing, and then I just wasn't charting diligently enough. Yeah, after I got in here and it broke back through purple, I should have probably stopped adding to it. I don't know. I wanted to give it room though. Like I said, I mean, had 5 days, so yeah, maybe more diligent charting would have saved me. Because once I saw that green, it was like, okay, this purple is negligent, and this is what I'm fighting with. And then this gray that I charted later. So that was the morning, which sucked. And I also had like kind of stuff going on at home, kind of affecting me emotionally, which I was like, I gotta sort this out. So I'm pretty sure I stepped away and sorted out. Yeah. So I got that off my back, which was good. And at the same time, we completed this inverse cup. And it came up, and I had charted green by then, and I thought that was our bearish controlled buying, based on this up here. So I charted that here, even put one here. Where's my X trade here? I got a put. I wonder what these puts. I wonder what these puts are at end of day here. This was a 650 put. You can do the math on that. What was a 650 put? It was at 645. Got a 650 put or $1.04 at 11.32. Oh yeah, okay, 11.32. Yes, that's on the retrace. So it broke the green there. All right, this is where the 30 minutes gonna come in. Kind of crazy. Broke the green. I get a limit order on this green candle, looking for the continuation down. Inverse cup handle. This is my final algo right here is the green at that point. And I'm using purple, maybe even, no, I had this one at that point. Yeah, I think I'm using that kind of for my stops, I believe. And maybe white, that gray. And green, of course. So 11.32 I bought one for $1.04. 11.32 I bought another one for $1.02. 11.32 I bought another one for $1.04. and then sold them all at 11.35 for 89 cents on that candle. Breaking up through the green, breaking the gray. What is happening? So then let's see what happened. That must have been down pretty large. Yeah, because that was, yeah. Next one, 1203. The limit put. 1203. So still thinking green is it. I'm in it right here. I don't know when. What do you guys think? When does this cancel out and I should say, okay, green is not it? Like once it breaks, I don't know, once it doesn't work, but you know, there's stop hunts, there's all sorts of times when it break it and then it doesn't always work. And then sometimes it'll break it and retrace back up to a resistance or support, whatever it is, and then it'll make its move. So that's kind of why I still thought that this could work. So 1203, I'm in put there, 91 cents. Sold it for 82 cents at 1207 on that candle. Yes, another red trade. And then I think I'm thinking, okay, what's going on here? I didn't chart these bottoms, these lows, just because it's basically flat. If it's flat, there's no need to chart it. I mean, I guess you can, like I'll do just horizontal lines, but this isn't actually horizontal if you look. These are the wicks, and this has a very slight degree on it. But I didn't chart that until I glanced at Eric's 30-minute. And at that point, we bounced on it. That's those 3 wicks. And I'm like, is this 30-minute blue showing up right here? And is that why I keep getting trapped? Because it's not actually just the green, it's actually waiting to break this 30-minute. So 2 things. One is if it breaks that 30-minute, that's good. I mean, that's a big break. That's the main bearish controlled algo, according to Eric. So that's good, potentially for a big move. But one problem is it's so flat that if you try and catch it on the break, there's like no room for error. So let's see what our next trade was. I do 1207. Yep. So at 1218, I had a limit order for 108. So I did chart that. And yeah. What did I say? 12. Okay, yeah, 1218. Okay, yeah, so 1216. It broke that one I just charted, which was the 30-minute blue. Broke it, big rip down. And this wick right here, right there, was actually, let's see, oh wait, where are we? It was right, excuse me. That wick was right here. So it hit and then it wicked. So it broke the blue, hit, and wicked off of it. And so I'm thinking, man, that's probably the whole move. We could very likely be selling in red and this magenta. And so I had that partially in my head because it broke the blue, which was great, but then it basically did the whole move. Because that's where I was going to probably take profits, was that red. And it bounced up. And that's in my head, and I'm thinking, is this going to be should I just get it on the retrace? And I was like, I don't know. It just bounced off of that magenta. And this is where like more lines it just sometimes throws you into crazy directions. But at any rate, I was like, well, this is a pretty clear stop for me. I think this is correct, this blue line, so I'll just try it anyways and have that for my stop. So at 12.18, I put a limit for $1.08. That's this candle. Canceled it. Put another one for $1.11. Canceled it. Then it put another one for $1.15. None of them are getting filled on this candle. And then at 12.19. Oh, okay, yeah, I put all those in quick because I was trying to get a lot initially. Or wait, no. Wait, why is that? What's the time? No, these are when I was trying to catch it as it was going down. Yeah. Oh, this is when I cancel it. It doesn't say when I actually. Okay, so when this was here and breaking, I had all these limits that I was putting in, and I kept chasing, and then it just kept going down, didn't fill me. So then I canceled them, and I canceled them on this candle as it was starting to like early on this candle. That's what it was. So that's those cancels. It came up, all that went through my head. It retested magenta on the 30-minute, all that. I'm like, all right, it's retesting. Maybe I should get in, but maybe it's just inverse head and it's going to bounce because it just hit magenta. So that's what those cancels are. But regardless, I was like, all right, I'll just do one and I have a clear stop. So at 10.19, I got limit at $1.03. Actually filled me. So a lot better price than when I was chasing it down here. $1.03 got one filled, and this blue line for my stop. It comes down. After how nasty this morning was, you can imagine. I didn't have this blue charted yet, I don't think. So it came down. I'm thinking I'll probably take profits on this because it might be bouncing on magenta again. But at the same time, I'm wanting if it's going to be a bigger move, and it could be because it's breaking the blue on the 30 minutes. I'm like, this, you know, it could be big. So I sold that one. The easiest way to sell is just once it breaks out of a selling or buying the steepest algo. However, you don't get the best price that way, unless if it continues on it for a long time. But when you're just trading one contract, I don't have as much success doing that. It's like I almost have to just go on the big candle or just be so quick on the profit on the first one. Only if I have a few of them can I let them stretch a little bit. And this is one of the cases. So 12.23, I closed it. This one went up to like $1.40 something. I closed it at $1.36 just because the slippage, and it was on a green candle. So it broke the gold. It kind of retested that low again, and so I closed it right there. I hadn't charted this blue yet. So it came up and then continued to sell. I'm like, that kind of sucks. But I was fine with it. I was fine because I saw this and I'm like, okay, well, at least they have some confirmation on this. Well, I thought that was actually it. I thought I was waiting for green again. So it comes down, and that was my first green trade. I was down probably like, I don't know, 200 maybe. First green trade, small, and it's the one I'm scaled down on, of course. All the other ones I was scaled up to like 4 contracts. Next one was at 120. So let this kind of do its thing. Comes up. I realize it's broken below magenta at this point. So I'm like, all right, well, it has legs to go down, it seems like. Breaking that blue is a big deal. Makes a nice little head. Okay, so here I am starting to trade this blue. Because I see it breaking. Well, for one, I see it bouncing there. So I charted the blue here. And then it breaks green, nothing happens. So this would be a dual algo. Potentially, if even green is right, I'm not sure. But breaks through green, bounces up, finds its resistance. But I'm still kind of uncertain about it. I actually got one on this candle. Let's see. Wait, next one? Confusing because it shows my cancels also. Okay, yeah, 120, I got to put market on this candle. 89 cents for 648 put. Like I was doing before, I would market order the first one if I'm taking it on a break, and then if it gave me some little retrace, I would do some limit orders. Because just trying to chase with the limit order as I had back here, wherever that was, it was just nasty. Given I got a better entry, but it doesn't always give that nice of a retrace. So here I did a market order, and I only got into one because it just kept coming down. 20. Yeah, so I got a limit and it never filled. And then this was for 89 cents. And I had a nice move down. And at this point I did have this blue charted. I don't know what that line is. Oh, that's my next algo build. So it did wick, and I considered it there, and then of course I'm trying to wait for the blue then. Just like it did here, I'm trying to wait for the whole move, and it just bounces right out of it. Oh, so this time I waited for blue, and it bit me. 89 cents to 94 cents, so it ended up being a small. That one was at like $1.20 or so, just from this little move. 647.99, 648.37, yeah. So sold that one. $1.29, or sorry, at $1.29 for 94 cents. So missed a lot of the profit on that. Given I was buying the slippage in the wrong way. And yeah, it bounced up. I charted the same blue. It retraced nicely to this, right? Because if that's where it breaks, it could do a retrace, just like it did here, but just in a different fashion. It's happening later. This price action is much different though than this little retrace, so it didn't look quite as promising. Like there wasn't a whole lot of liquidity down here. It was kind of grinding its way up to the resistance. Yeah. Wait a minute. Okay, at 136. But I decided to try it anyways. Use this for my stop. Fish for my stop, grind it up. 136. I bought one right here. I was a little late on it, but it was fine. I charted blue. Now this. Okay, so sorry. 136. Charted blue. I got a limit for 85 cents. It was a 648 put. So that I could have gotten that further out of the money, I guess. Wasn't quite looking at the strike. I should have gotten a 647. Well, or even further down, because I kind of thought the target potentially was this blue at that point. The next level down. At that point, we're like here. I'm like, well, realistically, might want to target this blue. So I did see some opportunity for it to run, and I should have adjusted my strike. I guess I was kind of quick to get in and not really paying too much attention to strike and my target. Just trying to get some exposure and chip away at how red I was, I suppose. Even though I hadn't really looked, I knew it was bad. Trying to stay focused by not looking clear-headed. So 136, I'm into that put, and I hold it until 142 right here. Why? Why do you ask? Well, it didn't break the channel, and that's because last time I waited and it burned me, and the recency effect. And I'm not trying to be greedy. I'm trying to just take my profits and get good slippage this time. Didn't work this time. And I kind of wanted it for this one, of course, but I was like, potentially, maybe it's working on green too, because it kind of showed a little resistance here on green. So I got it. I closed it right here, I think, right? Is that what I said? 142. So I was on this candle. Was it? Oh, yeah, I guess so. So that one wasn't too bad. It was 84 cents to $1.11. So chipping away. This price action was pretty slow. The volume was still low. It was not middle of the day, but pretty bad day of the time of the day to trade. I'm trying to just get a few trades in the morning when the volume's good and scaling up and being done. Market doesn't always work like that. Sometimes mornings suck, and it's later in the day is better, and today was that sort of day. So thankfully I had enough buying power to at least combat how red I was from this morning. The problem is it chipped away at my confidence also. And then this was just kind of a unlucky scenario of me waiting for the channel to break, and I close, and then here not waiting for the channel to break, and that's when it kind of continues on in that channel. So yeah, that kind of sucked, but it wasn't bad. 84 cents to $1.11. Oh, now I'm starting to get further out. So that was a 648. Next one's a 645 put. Oh, did I totally miss? Yeah, I didn't even get back in here. You know, I saw this and I thought about it. I don't know. There's such a small retrace at that point, but you never know on continuation days. What time was that at? 1:30. Oh, okay, yeah, that was right there also. Oh, I'm not sure. Where it was on the 30-minute. Yeah, so I could have gotten back in here, I suppose. I think I was a little low on buying power and I kind of wanted to save it. So I didn't get back in there for that move, which ended up being the best move, basically. 136, 142, I sold it. Next one wasn't until 306. 306, 307 I bought. What's... Yep, right here. So I came all the way down, did its thing, never retraced. I was going to get a put if it retraced up here. Same deal. It ended up just breaking it. I guess you could say it probably did it like that. Yeah, but whatever. I was looking for a retrace. So I got into 2 puts right here at 306 when it broke. 1 and 2. I think limit orders. Yeah, both limits. For 36 cents. Sold the first one for 45 cents at 310. So it might have been on an ugly spot of that candle. I was waiting for the channel to break and I think it broke. So no. Oh, I think I was just trying to take profit on that one. It was kind of slow and grindy. So got out of one there. Since I had 2, I was trying to get a nice exit on one of them and then wait for the next one to break out of there. And since it was kind of wide, the slippage on that was bad. Yeah, so the next one I closed, I bought it for 36, closed it for 45, and then 34. Wow, second close was actually red. Wait. 310, 315. Oh, it wasn't until this candle. Because I was waiting for this candle to close. It closed, and I closed it on that one. So yeah, and then it started to taper into the close of day. But this one's too bad I didn't catch that, I guess. I think I did another one. Yep. Couple little tiny YOLOs end of day. Bought a call, 336. I wasn't sure it was tapering at this point. So this is the first time it broke up through the blue. You see here, blue. Rejected here, could have gotten a put, but yeah, tight range end of day, whatever. Kind of was wicking. Broke through it, and I was gonna get a put when it retraced, but then it broke above it. So I'm like, okay, maybe we'll get kind of a little safety move back up, some take profit for the shorts, but it didn't. So got a call there, and it was only I was pretty much out of buying power. It was 11 cents. Sold it for 7 cents at 339. Sold it for 7 cents there, and then got a put at 44 right here when it broke back below this blue, and then it just kind of grinded there. And I closed it. This one actually did go green. I just wasn't going to hold it for all that. I decided to hold for the 10-minute move, and it was too far out of the money. Yeah, anyways, closed it like here for 11 cents. So a couple small little gambles end of day. All in all, like, it's the biggest thing that sucks is just that it was such a nice day and ended up being such a nice day, and I feel like I could have really done well P&L wise if I hadn't been sized up and emotionally and with my confidence in the morning, because it just this pattern just kept repeating, and you don't always get that. It seems like it'll happen once, and then if you get a second repeat on it, it's like cool, but yeah, it just kind of kept doing the same thing. The retraces were just perfect. Like this retrace was nice, this retrace was great. Like you take it on the break or the retrace. Didn't retrace there, but you take it on that break or that retrace. Just like over and over and over, and the range was big. IV actually wasn't too high, so it kind of sucks that it seems like a great day for the trading I am able to do, and I just ended up squandering it. But yeah, that's the only thing that kind of stings. P&L wise, it ended up not being too bad. Only down 57 bucks compared to yesterday, which I'm down way more and I had way fewer trades. Yeah, it's because I clawed back. At one point I was probably down more today, but stayed focused, figured out what needed to happen to be profitable, and just stuck with that. And it continued to give opportunity where it doesn't always do that. And so that was kind of the gift that I got, was that it continued to give that opportunity. But yeah, I was pretty much low on buying power, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Thanks for watching, guys. Big rip after hours. Trump said he's gonna delay the timeline for Iran 10 more days, so it puts it into April. Market reacted and gave a 6-point candle, I think, like that, in a minute. Sub up, like up, comment down, hat money 6 round. We will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.